music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture, fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids, podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. Simple for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop culture kids, podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture with Kathy and Kenny, the Pop Culture Kids.
Welcome. It is Sunday night. It is time once again for Pop Culture Kids as we talk all things pop culture and bring you a topic of the week from the North and the South. Me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey. How are you this evening, my brother?
I am doing okay. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I am all good. I just realized you put a new item in the news and I didn't know what the new item was, but okay. I didn't get it on the Cryon. So, we'll wing it. We'll bring it up as it goes along because I didn't see
Okay.
that earlier and I actually added an item as well. But anyway, I am all good as we're like a week away from turning the clocks back, fall back, spring forward.
I,
But
I
I
didn't know if
just
that was this weekend.
it's next weekend.
It's next
But
weekend.
I've
I'm
had
so
about as
confused.
much of 2025 as I can take. So I'm like, I am toast. I am done. I am poke a fork and me done. But I was excited because today I was doing some cooking. I made some cinnamon rolls that I'm gonna take and
Wow.
share with some people at work, and yeah, so that was fun. So,
Your mother was making collard greens and string beans.
oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wait, was she making them for Thanksgiving to freeze and?
I don't know. She was just making. It wasn't for the night because we had the stuff on the Amish market
Right.
for tonight. Well, they did because I ate all my. I got. I,
You
they
don't
eat
do
their
left.
dinner in pieces. I eat my dinner like there was nothing left.
Oh, okay.
You put ribs in front of me, and that was pretty much all she wrote.
And that's all she
I'm
wrote.
Yeah, you can't put ribs in front of me and expect me not to
All right. Good
partake.
evening, Lisa. How are you? Our cousin. Thank you for hanging out and for the support as we podcast again live on a Sunday night, as we always do. And as we always do, we start off with some pop culture news.
So, Deborah Harry, who is the lead singer of Blondie, said they were to do a biopic. Who
Okay.
would she pick to be her in the biopic? And she picked two people, but the other person I didn't know who that was, and I forgot to write them down. But the first person she picked, well, yeah, I didn't.
You
It
didn't
seemed
write it down.
inconsequential to me. Yeah. But the main pick she would pick is Florence Pugh
Okay. I've heard
from
that
from
name, but I
Yeah, she's in the Marvel MCU universe. She is Black Widow's sister. She's in the new event, well, the Thunderbolts, and she was in the Hawkeye series. And I, as an actress, I love her. I love her character she does in the MCU.
okay.
and she does a great job. And I could kind of see her um switching up to be Deborah Harry in Blondie. She has the
Okay.
look. She, if anything, she has the look down.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm drawing a blank because like I know the MCU, but I don't know that particular character. Or I'm a little out of it.
Yeah, she was in the
I
new
don't know that
Thunderbolts movie.
actress. Yeah. Oh, see, I didn't
Yeah.
see the new Thunderbolts movie.
You didn't see the new Thunderbolts?
I didn't see. I haven't been to the movies in I don't know how long.
It's on Disney.
Okay, I don't have Disney, so I'm
Yes, you
just.
do. I have Disney. I gave you my
Oh,
password.
oh, okay. Then I might have lost it. Oh well. I'm just a hot mess.
I don't
I can't.
I don't understand it.
Oops.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're
I'm a
not.
hot mess.
So on our next news item, I need you to help me out since you work with kids every day.
Uh huh.
What is this 6'7" thing? Tell me, as a man about is going to be 59 this year, 6'7", what does it mean? And then I saw something on the View where they were doing the little clips
Uh
before,
huh.
like if you go on Instagram, they show the clips
Right. Right.
before, like behind the scenes, and someone was going around asking the different women, are you a 6 or a 7? And they were like, oh, I'm a 7. And I'm like, what does that mean?
And actually, because I probed into this because I accidentally fell upon it with my middle schoolers this year, and evidently it started back in I don't know March or April. There is a rap song, and I can't remember the rap artist's name where he refers to 6'7", but then a TikTok meme went around with this kid saying it, but he was moving his hands like this, like up and down, going 6'7", 6'7", and it's just mindless, brainless stuff. So again, thank you, internet, that the kids pick up on it. So anytime that teachers or any adults accidentally say 6'7", that's the first thing the kids start saying it like 6'7", 6'7". So it doesn't mean anything. It has, I think in the rap song, they're referring to somebody's height or a basketball player's height or something. But it's just,
Because
it's
I was trying to look
brain,
up what it meant and I couldn't get anything.
it's brain rot, basically. It's just brain rot. But I keep saying it, and I figure the more adults say it, the kids will stop saying it because then it won't be cool. So I'm sucking all the coolness out of it. But
Is that like
yeah.
when on Abbott Elementary when they jumped the desk? The
Oh,
episode of Abbott Elementary where they were jumping the desk because the kids had a popular thing of jumping desks. So
right.
they went around, they jumped the desk because
Well,
making them popular.
and again, it's coming from our whole TikTok culture of just mindless scrolling, and I got kids who'll stay up all night on social media. But my thing is, hey, if you're going to be using it, figure out how to code it, figure out how use it to learn something as opposed to just, I don't know, just mean tweeting everybody and watching pointless, senseless videos that don't move the culture forward. Okay, okay. All right, Lisa's telling us it's a Skrilla song talking about 67th Street in Philly. You know what? That I think I did read about that because I made that Philadelphia connection. Um, but yeah, so this whole 6'7", and whatever that video was, for some reason the hand motions go with it, and so
Because everybody's walking around saying 6'7", and I'm lost. I have no idea.
yeah, it's again, mindless brain rot. Who knows why it has
Am I
become
getting old?
popular? It possibly that is a possibility. Yes, you could be getting old. Oh wait. Anyway, but yeah, that is the whole 6'7" thing. And as I
Is it
mentioned before,
annoying in school? Is this annoying in school?
I haven't found it to be terribly annoying because actually, and again, this year our kids are so I'm not going to say well behaved because middle schoolers go to middle school. They can't help it. They can't help themselves. But um, they have been so mellow this year that I don't want to jinx it. So I'm going to knock on wood or formica or whatever this material is, and not jinx it. But they haven't been obnoxious about it. So,
You
and
know what?
again,
I jinxed you because you're going to go to school tomorrow and all hell's going to break loose. And you're going to be saying, damn it, Kenny.
okay, LaMelo Ball. Okay, so and 1067, which is police report of a death, and the ball player LaMelo Ball. See,
I
I
thank
didn't
you.
even
Thank you, Lisa. I
see. I'm too old. I just don't get all the references. Oh man, I did add this note because June Lockhart. I can't even say her name. June Lockhart was 100 years old. She passed away this week, and I know you hate to do the celebrity deaths, but because she
no,
was
I don't
just this, she was just like this iconic TV mom. You might
What was she?
remember
She was
her
Beaver's
as
mom, wasn't she?
she was the mom from Lost in Space, as well as the mom on
Oh,
Lassie, and she also appeared in the Lost in Space movie as the voice of, like, as the computer voice. And it looks like she was even working in her 90s. So June
I totally
Lockhart,
missed that story.
that it
I totally
was
missed that story.
like Hollywood, you know, old Hollywood is, I guess, slowly but surely dying off. But she was a part of that legacy. But if you remember Danger, Will Robinson, and Lost in Space, then
Yes.
you know exactly who June Lockhart was. She played the mother on Lost in Space.
You think if they'd have done Lost in Space now in 2025, they would have revealed that the doctor was gay?
I don't know. Wasn't there a remake in 2021 or 20 like?
Like no, like late early 2000s, late 1900s. There was a remake.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know what they did with that character. I don't know what I forget because the movie was kind of. And then you know what? There was a TV show too at one point, and I never got a chance to watch it because it just didn't look interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay,
I
because I
don't,
think
you
she
know,
did play a voice on that TV show, the Lost in Space TV show. But I
yeah.
think she
You,
played
you,
the principal or something on the movie version of Lost in
mm.
Space.
And
And
speaking of older celebrities, I saw. You know who turned 97?
who?
Um, Mrs. Cunningham,
Oh wow. I can't think of the actress's
Marion
name.
Ross.
Marion
Marion Ross.
Ross. Wow. And Dick Van Dyke, he's still hanging in there. He is. I don't know whether he turned 100 yet. He's
I think he's
99.
99. Yeah,
Yeah.
99.
Yeah.
And
He
you know
is.
Dick partied. I don't. Dick Van Dyke is to show you because he had an alcohol problem at one point. I think Dick Van Dyke is to show you as much partying as you do, it's not going to kill you early. Keep partying. Rock on.
Well, that can't be said for all people because there are some folks who who do bite their bullet in time. All right, and the final news item: Justin and
Justin
Katie. I didn't know they
Justin
were an
Trudeau.
item. I thought she was married to Orlando Bloom.
They broke up
Oh, I
like
missed
a
that.
year ago. Yeah, they broke up like a year ago, and now she's already got the guy that used to run Canada.
Oh, wow. All right,
You
heads
talk
of
you talk
state.
about moving up and moving around like you. Hey,
Hey, we
she
moving
like
on
a
up.
she like a Tupac song. I get around because I'm just saying.
Hey, I see. I did.
But
I
apparently,
thought she was still with Orlando Bloom. So I am.
no,
I need
no.
to read my people. I don't even. I just got this. I just got this week's People magazine, and I don't even know. I think I had a People subscription through. It might have been through a credit card I had or something, but I don't even think I get charged for it, but I get people every week. And I'm like, am I paying for this? I gotta check my subscriptions because I don't remember having a people subscription.
You need to
Um,
get that app that does that for you.
yeah, I do, because I have a lot of subscriptions. I'm sure I'm paying for that. I don't make any use of. But in any case, this week's people had Elizabeth Taylor on the cover, so I'm excited. I guess there's a new biography coming out, but that does bring into question, like, once people die, should, and let me know, what do you think, Kenny? If famous people die, should their diaries and private papers be released?
No.
Okay. I kind of feel like a no too. And I know, I don't know whether people make plans for those kind of things, but if you do like morning pages or daily journaling, I don't know if I want that released to the general public.
You
Like,
know,
I'm a nobody, so I could care. Well, no,
yeah.
I don't even think I want my family or whatever to read it. Just, you know what?
No.
Toss those in the trash or burn those.
Don't yeah. Don't read my stuff. Don't read my stuff. Okay? I don't want nobody to see that.
But now,
I do have some friends that know where the bodies are hidden.
but
Okay?
now, but now, how do you feel about music? Because there are, like, Prince had music in the vault, and that could be like his way of
Oh,
journaling. If it was stuff he didn't release, should we be releasing it? And should we just, because right now,
yeah,
after his death, it feels like a money grab. But if he didn't want that music released, why are we doing it now?
yeah, I mean that's a good question. That's a real good question because
Mm.
he didn't want that release because that's why he kept it in the vault. But I don't know. I mean, it's
Now, as a
music to add
fan,
on to his legacy.
I know, as a fan, you would like to hear it, right? But if
Yeah.
that was music that he didn't deem worthy of putting out, why should we, be listening
Like
to
what
it
if
or
it was
buying it?
what if it was personal songs like when Maite had her miscarriage and it was a personal song about that,
Right.
about the baby he lost, or what if it was a personal song about his parents who he had like his dad, he had like a restrained relationship with at one point. What if it's that? What if it's something about vanity on there, with their strange relationship towards the end, well, towards Purple Rain, and towards the end they were friends because apparently he dedicated his concert to it when she passed.
Hmm.
So it's kind of hard to say, but I mean everyone wants to hear the vault.
Right.
If you told me I had a
But
chance to listen to the vault and I had to quit my job to listen to the vault, I guess I'm unemployed.
but here's the thing. If his music for him is like someone who journals, like does a daily journal, like for a person of his creative genius, maybe his journal wasn't pen to paper handwriting or computer typing. Maybe it was in the music. So those things, and because he had a studio in his home, that maybe that was his private expression. So those were things he didn't release. So who are we to
I,
say?
yeah, I kind of think too. A lot of his music was his own private reflection that he put out into the world.
Right, but it was what he wanted to put out to the world. But why couldn't he have that reflection of things he didn't want the world to see? So
That is a very
are
interesting
are we
question.
just being selfish wanting to see that?
That's a very interesting question. I never even
I
thought of
got
it like
deep
that.
for you.
You got real deep for me, man. You got really deep for me. Like
I took you to that place.
I can't even handle that type of question, Kathy. Really,
Oh my
you got
gosh.
really, and I'm a big Prince
I
fan.
love
You
it.
hit
I
me.
know. I know. I know.
You hit me where I live, man.
I,
Cause I'm one of those people's like, man, let's hear the songs in the vault. And now I'm like, well, damn, maybe we shouldn't hear the songs in the vault.
maybe they weren't for us. Maybe they weren't for us. Ah. Mm.
I'm a little salty at you right now. you
Oh,
got that in my
Ed
head
Brown
now.
coming in with the facts. Ed Brown coming in with the facts. He is saying premiere seasons, the Netflix series premiered in April 13th, 2018, and ran for 3 seasons, concluding with its final season in December 1 of 2021. And I take it that's Lost in Space.
Yes.
When we were
Yeah,
talking
that's what
about.
Lost. This was on Netflix. Yes.
Oh, so wait, if it was on Netflix, it still should be. Oh, that's right. Netflix retires things though, so it
Yeah,
might not
sometimes
even
they
be.
do.
It might
might
not
still
still
be
be
on there.
available on Netflix. Oops,
It might still be on there.
Okay,
It might still be on there.
because I think I still have Netflix. Again, I need that thing to manage my subscriptions. My subscriptions are all over the flipping place.
You know I'm messed up for the rest of the night, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
You
to
messed me up for the rest of the night.
perplex you with that Prince.
Yeah, you did. You really did perplex me with that, man. Because why is it in the vault? Why is it hitting? Why do you put? You know what? That's just
Because it wasn't, it was for his ears. It was, him getting his message out.
because I remember. Who was it? It was
I'm going to let you
Jimmy
talk for a
Jam.
minute because I got a light tipped over. I got to fix it. Hold on.
Okay. It was Jimmy Jam who told a story, I think, that he said that they recorded something and it was funky. It was bad. And then Prince, after they recorded it, he was like, when we put this out, and he looked at him and was like, yeah, we're going to put this in the vault. And Jimmy Jam was like, if you like, I guess some of the things that he's probably on or that he knew about because they were friends and they
Mhm.
worked closely together, Jimmy Jam was like, man, if you knew what was in the vault, if you knew what was in the vault, like, I'm like, man, don't say that to me. Don't even
But,
say that to
and,
me. Because apparently he recorded, like, he'd been in the studio all day.
and that's what I'm saying. If he was in there recording, who's to say that some of that wasn't his way of journaling, his way of doing
Yeah.
the morning pages, of just doing it like a brain dump, and that might not be for the people. That might just be for his own edification, or just to, like I said, get it out of his brain to
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
space for the little red Corvettes and the other stuff. All 7, and we'll watch them fall. Anyway, I'm
You
sorry.
really messed me up. You really messed me up. You really messed me up for a couple
Well,
days here.
can you get yourself together and talk about what we're talking about tonight?
Okay. Tonight we're talking about cursing Kathy for the rest of the week. And other than that, we're talking about
If
no.
we-
Don't,
Oh,
give
no,
me
no.
the screen.
Wait,
I don't even
wait.
want to see you right now.
We're like the Janet Jackson song. We go deep and we don't get no sleep. We go deep.
And now you're going to use my other favorite artist to make a joke about messing up my first.
I'm sorry. um,
You really know how to hurt a man's feelings. So tonight we're going to be talking about. Tonight we're going to be talking about songs of revolution. And these are songs that have throughout time have inspired revolution, revolutionary songs when things happen in America. And this is just for America. And I think I do have one foreign song in there, but basically the singers, poets, and artists and musicians are kind of like the soothsayers of generations. We are the voice that, as a poet, I'm saying as a spoken word artist, we are the voice to say things that's going on in the world that no one else wants to say, can say, or scared to say. We kind of put it out there. And these songs that we're going to talk about tonight are the songs that really put it right in your face.
All right. So, and I think too, where this idea, or I know Kenny generated a lot of ideas for our topic tonight. I chose this one, I think, in light of last week's kind of like protest march, and some of the coverage I saw was, you know, I think people were painting it to be this Hate America rally, and it was the No Kings rally, but a lot of the people were singing some of these, not some of these songs necessarily, but there was that whole musical element of um kind of like not protest songs per se, but of revolution. And I think quite a bit of these songs did kind of come of age in the 60s, or at least the folk singers of the 60s were mainly known for kind of that whole kind of idea of rebellion. And speaking of rebellion, Ed is offering us David Bowie, Rebel Rebel, which didn't
which is
make the
not on our
list.
list. But thank you, Ed Brown, for telling us Rebel Rebel. And I could believe that David Bowie would make a protest song or a revolutionary song, because David Bowie was the one to put MTV in check about not having black artists.
Okay. Oh, but before we go on, too, just to remind everyone, there is a link in the description. We have created, or Kenny has created, a Spotify playlist. I was actually working on an Apple playlist because I don't have Spotify Premium. That's one subscription I didn't pay for. So I have to get the commercials. But I do have Apple Music. So I am going to work on an Apple version, and I will link that in the description probably later this week after we finish wrapping up this episode. But hopefully, if you're on the rewatch, you can come back and check it
Yeah,
out.
you might have the Spotify that you don't even know that you have, since you don't know all the subscriptions that you have.
It might be
You
one
never
of my
know.
it might be one of
It
my
might be.
subscriptions that I'm paying for and have not taken a look at. All right, why don't you start at the top of the list? We'll come back to some of the comments in a minute, but
Okay.
or the bottom of the
First we
list. I don't
have,
know how
yeah.
how it works.
We're gonna
I
go
didn't.
bottom up.
Okay, bottom up.
We're gonna go bottom up. So we're gonna start with the Beatles or Revolution.
Ah,
Talked about a revolution, and he even mentioned certain things. And this was the time you got to think about the Vietnam War and everything, and this was the time of Black Panther protest, and uh, I think the end of the 60s and the 60s itself, between the civil rights and Vietnam, people actually knew how to protest. Liberals today don't know how to protest, really, because if you're having a protest, you don't have a concert at a protest. Like, that's just it was.
so then they're not doing it right.
You're not. No, they're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Okay, but moving on, the Revolution, which is a great song. That's the time when the Eagles, when the Beatles were towards their breakup. Next, we have a song by one of the greats, Tracy Chapman, talking about revolution.
Talking about revolution.
This is
I
a
like
song
that
I'm
one.
really not familiar with, and you put this on the list, Kathy.
I did put it on the list. I love Tracy Chapman, and here's why I love her, because I saw her at an Amnesty International concert in the 90s, and it was at the same place they did Live Aid in Philadelphia. I forgot the name of that stadium before it got torn down,
Yeah,
but I
JFK.
remember
JFK.
JFK Stadium, where they had all these big acts like, Bruce Springsteen, Peter Gabriel, like, heavy hitters with the big bands and everything. But Tracy Chapman came out on that stage with just her voice and a guitar. And you want to talk about rocking a room. She
Nice,
rocked the room.
nice.
But again, talking about Revolution, Tracy Chapman, I did want to get that one in.
Next on our list, we have a classic. Well, and a lot of these are classics. Marvin Gaye, "What's Going On?"
Ah, yes. That is definitely a classic. What's
Marvin
going on?
Gaye, if you don't know what's going on, you've been under the rock your whole musical life. This is like everyone knows what's going on.
Mm.
Next is a song I know you don't know, Kathy, but I put this on the list because if you heard this song and it's on the playlist, you would definitely say, you know what, this is a song of
Kathy
shit
and
this
Kenny
button.
here to say.
I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
That's okay. I've been cut off by women before. The song's by Anderson .Paak. It's called Lockdown. And it has one of my other favorite neo soul artists on there, No Name. But Lockdown is a very, very good song. And I'm going to end with this one before we go to our little commercial break by Prince.
Okay.
Am I on?
You know what I
Okay,
was
okay.
doing?
Next, we have We March by Prince. We have We March by Prince, which is a song by Prince. Prince did a lot of um towards the end, towards his last like 15 years, he did a lot of revolutionary things, including, and I had people mad at me when I reposted uh Prince speaking at an awards show, and he said, albums matter like Black Lives. And you had all these people getting on, oh, don't stop making Prince political and stop making Prince like, yo, man, that's who he was. Like, I don't understand who you think Prince was, So and that's we're gonna stop right there. Kathy's gonna tell you how you can support our channel, and we'll probably go back on some comments.
Okay. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We are Pop Culture Kids coming to you from the North and the South, North Carolina and South Jersey every single Sunday night. You can follow us at our website, kathyandkenny.com, where we have weekly blogs that haven't been updated in a month or two. But hey, it's out there. Check it out. You can also hear us on Who's Got Next Radio and right here on the YouTubicals as well as Facebook. So please give a like, check out our page on Facebook, or make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And thanks so much for hanging out.
All right, now we have her with "I Can't Breathe,"
Now,
and
wasn't
we all
that
know
from?
what "I Can't Breathe."
Was that from the movie?
I don't know which movie you talking about.
Oh, what was the movie about?
The Hate You Give.
The Hate You Give.
I don't
No.
think that was in The Hate You Give.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
I don't
It
remember
might have
that
been
being in the
after
Hate.
that. Okay. I'm just making wild guesses.
Yeah, I don't know if that was in The Hate You Give. I would have to don't
Don't
if it
quote you.
was. Yeah, don't quote me on that because I saw The Hate You Give, and The Hate You Give was one of my favorite movies. The Hate You
Mhm.
Give made me cry, laugh, it gave me every emotion possible.
Oh.
Next we have a classic, and yeah, you can't have a revolutionary list without having this rap group on it. PE, Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
Fight the power. I was, in fact, before the show, I was listening to some of the lists, and yeah, that was one that came up. And you know what? I cannot hear that song without it like visually seeing Rosie Perez dancing around from the beginning of that movie. It's just,
Yes,
and I know,
yes,
and again, you listen to the lyrics, and it's very powerful, and it also kind of makes me miss the early days of rap when it actually said something. Like before it became, I don't know, it just seemed like rap took this turn to a very kind of misogynistic and homophobic and uh, just just this ugly place. And it
yes,
used to be like in the days of kind of Sugar Hill Gang and Fat Boys and Grandmaster Flash and Furious Five, that it actually said something.
yeah,
You would say something. It wasn't all about just being a gangster or something.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, it could be fun. It could be fun and funny and light at times, but also like impactful. And I think when we talk about songs of a revolution, I think too, those are the songs that attempt to move the needle or to move people in a way to, I, I don't know, to kind of unify and push forward for change.
And it can't. And
It's
this
just me
movie,
getting
this
deep on
song,
a Sunday
yeah,
evening.
you've been getting deep on. I don't know what you've been drinking and smoking, but Fight the Power was made famous for the movie Do the Right Thing, which is a great movie. If you ask Kathy, besides the dolly shot. So other than that, next we have the Tribe Called Quest, who I think in the 90s was one of those groups that actually made you think. But
Mm,
in the last couple of years, I think it was 2003, when Fife Dog passed away. Before he passed away, they were working on an album, so they have some work that he did before he passed away. And after he passed away, they released the album. But Tribe Called Quest has a piece on it called "We the People,"
hmm.
and I'm telling you, I like the whole album. The whole album is dope to me, and it has a lot of things in it that are revolutionary. But I would think "We the People" is probably the most predominant one.
Okay. Hey, before we go next on the list, let's just take a look at some of the comments. And I know Ed weighed in on 6-7. It is nonsensical. It's that Gen Alpha. They have nothing better to do. Um, but the Skrilla song, and again, yeah, Lisa mentioned too the NBA player, and essentially it doesn't have a serious meaning. It is more about being silly and playful in conversation. And honestly, I've used it to be silly and playful with my sixth and seventh graders whenever I get caught in that. I had missed that comment and I wanted to bring that back. But also Ed is saying the glam rock medley with its catchy guitar riffs and Bowie's flamboyant persona makes it a song that has inspired generations to break free from societal norms, which can be considered a form of cultural revolution. Ah, interesting.
Nice, nice. Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you. And
Now
Bowie
who's
was
get
that.
now who's getting deep?
Yeah, and Brown's getting deep, and David Bowie was that guy who was all about revolution. I mean, David Bowie was one of the guys who challenged your masculinity as a man from the door. He did. But he was almost like Prince. Like Prince and David Bowie, I could see being. They're the only guys who can wear makeup and dress in women's clothes and still take your woman. Right?
Hey,
Who took your woman? David Bowie. Okay, I can't. I really can't even be mad. I can't be mad. You let it go. It was David Bowie. You let it. Okay, I'm cool.
well, his nickname was the Thin White Duke, so hey,
Yeah, hey,
it had
And
to
what other
happen.
comments we got from Ed
Oh,
here?
we have some of Ed's picks for the revolutionary song. We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister. I would agree.
No, we ain't gonna take it.
Ah. And oh wait, I think that song on the list? I don't think this song is on the list, but it
I
is on
think
the
it is.
playlist. Oh, it is. Okay, I
It's
won't
on the
put that
playlist.
one.
Okay, it's on the playlist. I put it on the list. But
Uh-huh.
yes,
I
I no,
and
not
this
that
was a
song.
song. I know you said you stuck with American artists, but I always think of this
I put
song,
this on the list.
huh? I don't
I
think you
might
put
have put this on the playlist.
this is
Sunday
on the
Bloody Sunday.
playlist. Sunday Bloody
Okay, and I thought I
Sunday.
put it on the list. I thought I had it
Definitely
on
a
the list.
song of revolution. I also consider In the Name of Love.
In the Name of Love. Yes,
Uh
yes,
uh
yes.
I oh God, I love me some YouTube. Don't even get me on my YouTube thing. All right. Anyway, because I have I still have my YouTube passport holder from when I went to see them back in 2001. I saw them twice, pre 9/11, post 9/11, but I think one time I got to see them from like a luxury box and I got the little perks and stuff. And anyway, don't even get me started. Now this song I've heard it before, but I'm not as familiar with it. War Pigs by Black Sabbath, and I know.
That was on a few lists, and I know the song, and I'm like, is it really? But
Oh, you don't think it's
um,
considered a song of revolution?
I don't know. I'm kind of in the air about that.
I don't know. And this was an interesting choice. Ed picked Imagine, and I don't, and I can see it as a song of
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
revolution, but to me, I don't know. I want to put it
I
in a different category because it to
I
me it.
saw Imagine on some list. To
Mhm.
me, Imagine was more or less like
I saw it more as
I
a song about hope
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't know with some of the songs that are on the list and some of the songs of revolution. I kind of feel not that there's an anger to them, but that there's a more
A direct
aggressiveness,
need for yeah, a more
a
direct need for
direct need for
action.
change. Yeah,
Yes,
that's it. That's
yes,
it. And
yes,
imagine, it's inspiring and hopeful, but it's not
yeah.
as
It's not as direct need for change.
I don't know. I think it could make its way on a playlist. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
I
I'll
wouldn't
put it on
kick
the
it out of
playlist. I'll
bed.
put it on there.
I don't know.
Wow, really? Really? You go from deep to I wouldn't kick it out of bed? Really? Is that okay, never mind.
That's
Never
what we're
mind.
doing now.
Next on our list,
It makes me laugh. Okay, go ahead.
next on our list, we have Beyonce's Formation, which she performed at the Super Bowl,
Okay.
which got everybody up into a tizzy, up until Kendrick came up and said, "Oh, you thought Formation was bad? I
Oh
got
wow.
something for you. Wait a minute. Hold my beer." And so, Formation. Next, we have another song that came up on a lot of different lists. When I do these, I check a lot of different lists. Kendrick Lamar, All Right.
Oh, okay.
And Kendrick Lamar has a lot of different songs that speak of revolution and revolutionary things. I guess All Right would probably be the most upfront of them all.
Mm-hmm.
And next we have Glory by Common and John Legend, which is from the soundtrack of Selma. But that is, I mean, if you're singing about Selma, you're singing about revolution. It's,
Oh, definitely.
you know. Um, Next we have the song Ohio by Crosby, Still and Nash. And you have to understand something. During the 60s, we had the civil rights protests. But also you had during the late 60s and the early 70s, you had the Vietnam War protest. And Ohio was a song protesting the Vietnam War because a lot of people who didn't believe that war should happen. And there are people who protested and died because of the Vietnam War.
Mm. So
And
I mean,
Ohio is about that.
so now, because again, it seems like almost like there's two different tracks of the songs about revolution. Because some of them were definitely when you talk about the '60s, those songs of protest. There was also there were songs that went along with excuse me against the Vietnam War, and I think the next two or three that we're talking about are probably in that camp. And then there were the songs for just the change in social justice movement that also was a part of the '60s. So there was a
Yes.
lot going on in the '60s
Yeah. Oh,
besides,
yeah. A lot of
fabulous people being born. But hey,
yes.
uh,
Yeah. Well, can't. Next, we have another one protesting the Vietnam War by Creedence Clearwater Revival called Fortunate Son.
ooh,
And that
it
was
ain't
another one
me,
about the Vietnam War.
it ain't me. I
And
ain't no senator's
I'm pretty sure the
son.
Beatles' revolution was Vietnam War too.
It ain't me. Okay, I'm sorry, no singing,
Also,
but
the Monkeys had a song about the Vietnam War.
oh, they did. Oh wait, wasn't
Yes.
that the last train to Clarksville or no?
Yes. Last Train to Clark. Yes, it was the last train to Clarksville.
All right.
So next we have Bob Dylan, the classic Blowing in the Wind. The answer, my friend, is
Oh, that was
blowing
another
in the
one. I was
wind.
like, probably like an hour before the show started. I was listening to the playlist, and again, there's a link down in the description. If you're joining us later, if you're live, you can check it out when the show is done. A Spotify playlist with all of the songs of Revolution, including songs that we didn't get to, but we Kenny actually formulated this playlist to get them all in. And again, that Sunday, Bloody Sunday, I would definitely put you two in the playlist. So that's
I'm pretty sure it's
also
on the playlist.
on the
I'm
playlist.
pretty sure Bloody Sunday Bloody is on the playlist.
Okay. All right.
But Blowing in the Wind by Bob Dylan, considered one of the greatest um, songwriters of our time, along with Stevie Wonder and John and Paul. You know, Bob Dylan, Blowing in the Wind. And that came out in 63,
Mm.
actually. Next we have Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday,
Ah, and this is the
which
one that got her into a lot of trouble as
yeah,
well.
and in a way, that was Billie Holiday's way of protesting because she knew in a lot of circles where she played it, even white people wanted to hear the song Strange Fruit.
Mm.
But the FBI didn't want to hear the song Strange Fruit. And this is what got her in some of her trouble. It wasn't the drugs that killed her. Totally. It wasn't the drugs that kept her in trouble. Totally. It was the FBI that didn't like her singing Strange Fruit, didn't like her speaking out. You got to think Billie Holiday was someone who came up in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. You know, she didn't have the privilege that black singers have today to be as vocal. She couldn't be a Beyonce and do Formation on the Super Bowl and not get followed by the FBI. Like it's not possible.
You know what's sad? And again, I am bad because I have flowed with music as through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even 2000s and 2010s. But some of this stuff in the 2020s has lost me. And
Yeah.
when I think about people like Billie Holiday and artists who actually suffered for their art, and then you hear some of the crap that's on the radio now about people having I mean,
You know,
God bless you have the freedom to talk about shaking your booty and making cash because you used to be a stripper, but my goodness, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
just
yeah, you're right. Because there's singers like Sammy Davis Jr., Aretha Franklin, Sam Cooke, Billie Holiday. There's singers who did things and stood for things and didn't like the way the system worked and spoke out against things. There's even singers like Frank Sinatra who made it possible for the black performers to get the respect. People like Nat King Cole uh, 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 the name skips me. Anyway, they couldn't get the respect and sleep in the hotels that they performed at. Frank Sinatra came around and said, "Look, this is going to change now." So you didn't have it. We have two more coming in, and they kind of link to each other. Number two, we have a little known song that is very important with revolutionary songs because it's called When the Revolution Comes. It's from one of my idols, The Last Poets. When the Revolution Comes, I like to quote a line from the song, and he says, "Speak not of revolution till y'all willing to eat rats to survive." And that's what I meant when I said at the beginning of the show, you know, protest is not having a band show up and play. Speak not of revolution until y'all want until y'all want to eat rats to survive. That's a real thing. You're not having a protest if you have Beyonce show up and sing for you. That's getting together for a show. Now, When the Revolution Comes is a great song. And of course, the Last Poets have a lot of revolutionary songs. Ton of songs. This is probably the cleanest one I could put on here. So, and another thing about When the Revolution Comes, it inspired our number one song. So, When the Revolution Comes was played, Gil Scott Heron, who are friends with the Last Poets, heard When the Revolution Comes, and that inspired him to write The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, which, when you think of revolutionary songs, I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but that's pretty much the first song you think about. The revolution will not be televised.
It will not be starring Steve McQueen and Natalie Wood. The revolution will
You
not be
know,
televised. Although
it will
he
not, it will
references
not.
he references Steve McQueen and Nellie Wood, but that movie in itself was actually revolutionary if you've ever seen it.
Which
It's called
movie? What movie is that?
Love with the Proper Stranger.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it is, and just so even apropos today with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, but it is a look in the '60s at uh, abortion, really, and
Wow, really?
it's about these two people who hook up, have a one night stand, and and the woman becomes pregnant, so she seeks out the guy she had this one night stand with, who's like just this New York musician who just trying to get music gigs, working odd jobs or whatever, and he you know, is kind of like, hey, that's not my problem that you got pregnant. But, you know, through trying to get an abortion, they wind up actually falling in love. And yeah, it has kind of a Hollywood
Listen,
ending. But again,
this would not be a movie
just
in 2025.
just the depiction of like what people had to go through to get an abortion was, a bit graphic for the time.
Yeah. Well, this would not be a movie in 2025 because people look at us like, baby, you slept with a musician. Like, what would you think was going to happen? Ain't nobody had no protection in the room? Really? And now you want, man, come on.
But anyway, the
6'7"
song
with that mess.
is, huh?
I said
What?
6'7" with that mess. I don't know how I'm using it. I don't know what I'm doing. 6'7" with that mess.
We're gonna put a subtitle in the show. It's a 6'7" show. 6'7".
6'7".
But the revolution will not be televised. But Gil Scott Heron, definitely
You might be told
a
by
top of
white
the list.
lightning, white people.
I could definitely see that at the top of this list.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good.
No, that's one. It's
Very
one of
good
my
choice.
favorite. It's one of my favorite Gil Scott. Well, of course, it's like a lot of people's favorite Gil Scott Heron pieces. He has a lot of good things. Whitey on the Moon, which I think is kind of revolutionary, because this is a piece that was done in the '60s, and it's pretty much saying we broke down here, we poor, we ain't got nothing, but you put a man on the moon.
Right.
You have money to put a man on the moon, but you ain't got money to feed us and help us out.
But we ain't been back to
It's
the
like,
moon since. Why is
yeah,
that?
we ain't been back to the moon since. Just like you got money to give to other Argentina and you got money to build a ballroom, but I ain't got no check. So, okay.
Wow. I sense the government shutdown. There is going to be some spoken word that you'll be able to come up with for that. I'm sure.
Oh, it's already started.
Oh, I can imagine.
Already started. As I'm riding that
Definitely.
damn bus to work every day.
Man, oh man. So, you guys aren't even working from home anymore, because it
Nope, we
seems
have to
like
go in.
that would
No.
be a thing to do, knowing that
Yes.
people aren't getting paychecks.
Well, we were working from home last week, but what happened the week before last, we were working from home. What
Mhm.
happened is 7 million people came out to the No Kings March. They got pissed and petty, and they said, you know what? Y'all go to a march, y'all come to work. So Monday morning, they said, y'all come to work. So Tuesday, we went to work.
Mm-mm-mm. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty much. But it is what it is.
So
What we
the
got? What we got in
revolution is
comments?
being televised.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, so that is our list of revolutionary songs. We have once again, Spotify list in the description. I didn't put all of our links in the description. I probably should put our website link in the description. I keep forgetting to do that.
I'm going to write. I'm
I'm
going
not
to write an
about all
article
my
this week for
skills.
next week.
Okay.
I'm going to write an article this week for next week.
Okay, so I'm going to update the description to include a link to the article, a link to the Spotify list, and if I get that Apple list up, we'll link the Apple list as well. We're gonna do all the things, all the things.
All the things, all the
And
things.
next week, do we have a topic for next week? The 1st of November. Have you ever done a nano right mo? That whole
What?
thing. It was this thing, this national November Writers Challenge, and I think that
No,
organization has since been disbanded. But
I
basically, it's
typically,
where writers would write, like, commit to writing a certain amount of words towards like a novel writing challenge
I
every day for the
typically,
month of November.
yeah, I typically don't do things like that. I
Hmm.
typically don't do writer's prompts,
Hmm.
only because for me to write and make it special, I feel like it has to be something that comes from here, and you can't prompt me to write about X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
And you can't tell me to write every day about this because some days I don't feel like writing and I just
Okay.
want to read something or listen to music. And when I write, it's like giving birth to a special baby. So me, right, like I meet people who self-publish books, and I know one lady who says, "Oh, this is like my 20th book I self." Well, they're not special, man. It's not special because if you're doing it every month, it's I don't know. This like what I'm saying. As I have a vault, and my vault is not. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm
Like,
weird.
well, no, and again, I one of the things I do like about challenges is the idea of honing the skills so that, you know what, I kind of want to. I mean, I have no desire to write, but uh, I know I've been doing the morning pages, kind of like part of the artist's way, and just trying to journal every day. But I know, just the challenge of trying to commit to a certain word count. I don't. I kind of like that challenge, just to flex the muscle to get in the habit. Like, I don't know. I would love to just challenge myself for the month of November to just 30 minutes. Give myself thirty
Yeah.
minutes. See how many words I can write every day for 30 minutes. Aside
Give
from
it a
my
shot. I say give it a
journaling
shot. I
journaling
say give it a
prompt.
shot.
It was something fun. I
Do it.
thought, you know what? But again, to me, it's about kind of flexing the muscle so that you can get all the bad drafts out and all the.
Yeah.
And again, the whole idea of it, I think you don't do any editing. You just write. You just produce. But for me, to me, it's a way of honing skills, almost like when people do videos. And in fact, I might turn it into videos for my channel, K Walk Comedy, to maybe do it in the form of you know, a Pomodoro method where I, you know, put on some chill beats, play some music while I'm actually doing my 30 minutes
That,
of
that would be
writing.
nice. I
And
would say do it. I
yeah,
would say do that. I would
I was
say do
thinking
that.
about that,
Yeah,
you know?
look. Do it, lady.
My only problem
As
is
as shit would say, do it, lady.
I know, with the with Thanksgiving, that holiday weekend, and I'm thinking, how can I do that when I'm on the road? But then I thought, because I got a 10-hour road trip, and I'm like, I can't do a live stream for, you know, 10 hours. But I'm thinking, you know, I also have an iPhone. So maybe on that particular day, my, 5,000 words or whatever my word limit I set, probably won't be whatever the standard one is, but I'm going to set a word limit for myself. And then, you know, yeah, I just, I can,
Do it, lady.
I could voice it into my iPhone and just,
Yeah,
transfer it to
yeah,
text.
yeah, yeah. Do it, lady.
Hey, we're experimenting out here in these digital streets, but we thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Always cool to have the pop culture kids in the house. Ed, good to see you today. Cousin Lisa, we appreciate you. Uh, Definitely, God bless. And again, continue to live on purpose. We thank you guys so much for watching. As always, imparting, we wish you love, peace, and pop culture.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Kathy and Kenny here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies, so
Thank you for geeking
bright.
out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids podcast crew, tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. Sit for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop culture kids.